In this week's video, we'll showcase a time-lapse of an industrial modification to a 40-foot shipping container. The container home following may find the content here useful if looking for tips or tricks on framing and boarding shipping containers. For those who say I talk too much, I'll shut up for a bit, then give you a final tour at the end. Stay tuned. So here we are, I'll give you a final tour of this 40-foot high cube electrical shaft that we did for a customer. This thing here is a 2-hour fire rated wall and floor system. It's fully insulated and lined with 5/8 drywall and 3/4 inch fire rated plywood. So we've built some custom frames for this. The customer has a couple large junction boxes that are going on this side of the container on opposite ends. And then inside of this is a whole bunch of electrical cabinetry. So yeah, this was a ton of work. I was just off for 4 days and pretend like I did all this work, but I wasn't here to witness all the swearing. But you know, we're metal guys. We do a lot of metal fabrication, have a lot of welders on staff. We aren't carpenters, and so when we have to switch to drywall and plywood, kind of sucks, but can't really have guys full-time just to do this every 3 to 4 weeks. So we get her done. But yeah, so to give you a tour here, we got our our 2 doors. We still need to put the self-closing device and check chains on there yet, but it's got the panic hardware, which is kind of typically required when you're going with a fire-rated wall system such as this. Another thing to look at is this sweet flooring. We did drywall underneath 3/16 Checkerplate flooring, and we have seam welded every 4 feet where the Checkerplate meets each other. And this is finished with a epoxy, a black gloss epoxy flooring. And we are just, everyone here is just so amazed how durable this is and how well this has stood up to all the construction that's happened right on top of it. We didn't cover it at all. We assumed we were gonna have to throw a final coat of epoxy on this prior to delivering, but we don't have to. And so I think a key there is we did apply this, and I think we let it sit for 3 to 5 days prior to ever walking on it. And that's what it seems like this epoxy needs in order to fully cure and harden. But now it is hardened, and the Checkerplate flooring sure gives a ton of grip in here, even though it is a gloss surface. So very easy to clean, ton of grip. I'm excited to try this epoxy floor coating on the regular container flooring, especially on a new container. Used, I don't know, that might be because a lot of times used containers, the floor is delaminating, but on a new container, say in offices and stuff where we're spray foaming underneath the containers such as this, and if we can hit it with a coat of epoxy and it's extremely durable, it might be the ticket. But without this Checkerplate flooring, it might get slippery. So I think we're gonna try that, and we'll let you guys know how that works out. As we get further to the back, for egress, we got a second door inside here, another junction box frame. Down here is a frame for an exhaust fan, a large, I think 24 by 24. And then here's something really cool. On the back side, you can especially see what we've done, but this is a frame that we've developed for the end wall of a container, and I believe it fits on the side walls as well, for mounting a barred unit. So barred units are very typical HVAC system utilized in all different types of wooden office, mobile office trailers. And a lot of people, especially down in the United States, are using these for your air exchange and your air conditioning, because you need so much more tonnage, I guess, to keep containers cool down south. So this is a sweet frame. Unfortunately, we don't get to see the barred unit itself get mounted. Hopefully maybe we can get some photos, or even maybe tour our customer site once they're done finishing the interior and mounting all the electrical and HVAC components, because that's awesome. And I really need feedback on that, because I think that's a kit that potentially people would be interested in purchasing, and something I could probably sell. So that there pretty much wraps up this tour. Finishing these things such as this is a ton of work. This is $1 million interior. Like it's very, it was expensive for the customer, and it was very time consuming for us. I think we lost money on it just because, probably because we're not good at this stuff. But I would avoid lining a container. Sucks. Doing it twice is even worse. But when you're needing a 2-hour fire-rated wall system such as this, especially on industrial mine sites, I think this is likely the only way to go. So if you enjoyed this video, please help us out, give it a like, subscribe to our channel, and ring that bell for notifications. And as always, check us out at tcg.ca. Hope you learned something.